to the motherfucking next. Yeah! Let's go, get in.
Burgundy Ballers, welcome back to a Victory Monday edition here on the Ballin in Burgundy podcast. Yeah, myself, Andrew, and we got the boy. He's back again. The boy Chris is back in the building. My guy, what's happening?
Yeah, what's up, y'all? What's up?
What's going on?
Guess who's back now?
Hey.
Shady's back. Champ is here.
Hey, man, you want to know what else is back? Is a goddamn offensive line and an offense in Washington. That's what's back again. 42-14 win on the second road game. 405. Before we get into that, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe here on the channel, here on YouTube. On the road to 500 subscribers, and we are nearly there. Over 120 left. We're at 372 right now. Just one click helps us out tremendously. Instagram and TikTok at Ballin Burgundy Podcast. Twitter at BIB Podcast 22 because YouTube or Twitter hates long usernames. But let's get into this. 42-14. We absolutely bend over and dominate the Arizona Cardinals. We took out our rifles and shot them out this. How we feeling?
That was a game for the history books right there. I mean,
Dude.
I haven't seen anything like that in how long?
Ever in our lifetime?
I don't know. I can't remember ever seeing a team look this good for 2 straight consecutive games. Arguably 3 if we could stop doing red zone penalties and screwing ourselves over.
Yeah.
But this is absolutely the most perfect start to a season any of us probably could have imagined. I didn't see it happening, and I don't even think Mr. Positivity Chris saw it happening.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Hey, amen.
This is it's good. Feels good to be watching such a great team right now. So very glad.
Dude, so happy. Chris, how you feeling after this game?
Damn, I'm feeling pretty damn good. You already know. 42-14. That's like music to my ears. And guess what else? Philadelphia lost.
Giants lost.
Giants lost.
Cowboys
but guess who's on top of the NFC East? Us.
Us.
Yes,
Washington.
Not even sharing first play. We are the sole owner.
Hey, look, it's early in the season. We still got a long way to go. But guess what? If we keep playing the way we are, we'll be all right.
Hey, man, you want to talk about keep playing? Let me introduce y'all to number 5, the new sheriff in the NFL. The current offensive rookie of the player standings, Mr. JD5, Mr. LSU. History-making machine, Jayden Daniels. And I'm going to tell y'all why. Because in the first 4 games, the first 4 starts, he has the highest completion percentage in NFL history. You beat 2021 Kyler Murray. You beat 2022 Geno Smith. You beat 2007 Tom Brady. Jayden Daniels stands head and shoulders at an 82.1 percentage passer, highest completion percentage, excuse me. What else should I add to this? How about before the Jayden Daniels interception, which really wasn't a bad pick, we now have the most consecutive driving scores, excluding kneel down, since 2000, beating the 2018 Saints and 2019 Ravens with 14. We had 16. And we have only punted once in our last 3 games. When we tell you, the viewers, the people, whether you're a Washington fan, whether you're a Cowboys fan, shout out to Can fan, whether you're a Steelers fan, shout out Chisholm, whatever fan you want to be, if you're a Rams fan, sorry to Downtown Rams, you cannot deny the stardom, the ginormous rise that Jayden Daniels has had, and he's a rookie with a new head coach, new offensive coordinator, new defensive coordinator, a new weapon in Noah Brown, who keeps coming through in bigger moments than we thought we would see him in. With no Austin Eckler, who needs Austin Eckler when you got Jeremy McNichols?
He balled out today. I was impressed
dude.
by that. That one touchdown run, tiptoeing down the
Woo.
sideline, falling into the pylon. That was crazy.
Dude, it was so good. Here's some other just pieces. Oh, and here's the big money maker for Jayden, right? First ever quarterback
I was about to say this, yeah.
in NFL history to complete an 85 or more percent of his passes in 2 straight games.
Crazy.
Only 3 words for this. Only 3 words, and I could use these words on Alabama wide receiver Ryan Williams because he is that dude in Alabama. Shout out to that man, because when you're 17 and doing that, good lord. But I only got 3 words for you. He's a rookie.
Crazy. First quarterback in NFL history as a rookie 4 games in. Unheard of.
I thought you was about to say go yourself.
Hey man, Jayden told that to some of the Arizona Cardinals that you can't with him.
He's not wrong.
You can't. I mean, he's him. Think about this, right? In the past 2 weeks, Jayden has a 90.6 adjusted completion percentage, 574 total yards, 5 total touchdowns.
Wow.
He's a stud.
He's a machine. He's a dog. And I mean, not to mention that, but the whole team, like here's the thing for Washington. The last time Washington scored at least 38 points in consecutive games was weeks 11 and 12 in the 1991 season. None of us were born yet. None of us were even conceived, thought of, a twinkle in our father's eye. You couldn't imagine us in 91. No, you weren't. Get out of here. I'm older than you. Like Terry McLaurin now passed Bobby Mitchell with the 8th most receptions in franchise history. I think he now sits at 397 after this game. Bobby Wagner now jumped, I think, 4th place in total tackles in NFL history. I mean, Skip Bayless. As much as we all want to, give Skip crap and how he treated Shannon and how Undisputed kind of dips without him, and we can all agree Shannon or Skip Bayless isn't the most well-received man in sports media. I think we can all agree to that.
Pretty much.
When he says that Jayden Daniels, in tweets, is starting to look more than just the Offensive Rookie of the Year, he's looking like he could rise into the MVP race.
If he keeps this up, plays like he's been playing the last 2 weeks, I mean, you have to put him in that race.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, these stats, these numbers,
out of this world.
Absolutely out of this world. So,
hey, watch out. Baltimore, Washington, Sunday night.
Hey, could be.
We are arguably the best offense in the NFL right now.
We're up there. I think Minnesota might have us, topped a little bit, but
if we aren't talking about specific players, and if we're just talking about pure straight production, last year we've been playing it like it.
Yeah. So let's go through this game. I'm gonna start with some of the good. How about that pass in the 4th quarter, 3rd and goal to Terry McLaurin?
Oh, that was nice.
Because damn good throw, damn good catch, 3rd and goal from the 10. It was really good, and like you said, Andrew, you pointed out earlier, Jamie McNichols 2 touchdowns on the ground. One came in the 2nd quarter, 10:25 left, where he goes from the 30, I think it's like the 28, tiptoes down at red zone and into the end zone, and then 2nd and goal, 4th quarter, kind of seals this games away. 2nd and goal from the about 7, puts us in, gets us to 42. And then Zach Ertz on that Terry throw with the 2-point. The only thing that stopped that consecutive streak was Jayden's pick.
Yeah. And it wasn't even that bad of a pick. They were talking about it on the broadcast.
Yeah.
And I was actually really impressed with what he saw. He saw the cover 2, Terry going down the middle through the seam, trying to split it, but then just missed his throw by a little bit and ended up in the wrong place. But he saw where the ball needed to go. He threw it to the spot, trusted Terry, but
Yeah,
unfortunately just couldn't make the right throw.
couldn't. And like you said, it wasn't a bad throw. And Chris, I think you were agreeing with us in the group chat earlier. Like, it wasn't a bad throw. Garrett Williams just jumps the route just perfectly. Like, he just pops up like, oh, pick.
Yeah.
Most
And,
definitely.
and like, we can fault Jayden and say, man, how could you throw a pick? Hey, he's a rookie. Look at Caleb Williams.
We knew it was going to come sooner or later.
Exactly.
It's his first pick. I don't care at all. We're 4 games in, and he's had 1 interception.
That's his one turnover.
Yeah,
Bo Nix, I think Bo Nix had like 6 today. Caleb Williams looks horrific, right?
Wow.
Like, people, like, you would not think Jayden was a rookie based on how he's been playing.
And look, October, November is usually the time where they sort of start to,
turn it around.
Yeah, so the way they're going, maybe you have something, because I know this for a fact. At least I want to say it. If we keep playing the way we are, by the time end of November, beginning of December hits, we could be talking about playoff football in our nation's capital.
Yeah.
But let's not get too ahead of ourselves.
1 week at a time.
1 week at a time. One play at a time. And we go on from there.
Yep. Well, let's speak on the boy that I'm currently representing, that Andrew's currently representing, that Chris, I know you probably got one in the closet. If not, that's going to be your next order. Is 1-7, Terry McLaurin. Now, he didn't have the biggest game. All right, 7 receptions, 52 yards, and a touchdown.
I'll take it.
Hey,
I'll take it.
Look, even though he had 4 receptions, 100 yards last week against Cincinnati, today I will take it, because guess what? He helped us get a win, so I'll take it.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw it, and for those who are wondering, what are you guys talking about? I'm gonna keep putting up the graphics and the photos and the videos and clips and whatnot. But I don't know if you all saw the locker room photos out of the game of him and Jayden. I have not seen this man so happy in the football realm.
It's happiest he's ever been. I mean, this is the first time he's had a real quarterback throw it to him that he can trust. He knows who's gonna make good throws, and he's gonna be able to catch them. So,
and a coordinator that is now incorporating him back into the game. But the fact that Terry last week said, "Give me the go round," Kliff said, "You got it," and showed up and showed out this week. Hey, I want to help us score. Here, have a touchdown.
That's the level of trust that we need. We didn't have that before. The last couple of years, we haven't had that, but this year it's different, and seeing that's great.
Yeah, I'm gonna touch on offense one more time, just real quick before we move to defense. The picture when the clock was winding down, and Doug Williams, gold jacket, on the sideline, hugging and dapping up Jayden Daniels. Hang that in the Luvu, because Doug Williams, I think that was a face of like, I can finally kind of give this to you. Of like, here's the franchise. Here's the quarterback. And I don't want to make this about race, black quarterback. And I'm going to go watch the evolution of the black quarterback. I think on Amazon Prime, I believe, because it looks really good. And they're going to have a lot of good points. But we haven't seen this good of a quarterback. You can make the case since RG3 and then 6 Doug Williams. What do all those have in common?
Pretty great.
They're damn good. Mobile. Again, don't make this about race, but it just falls in order. I'm not going to say it, but it just falls in order. You guys can put that in the comments. But defense, let's move on to defense.
Did not look too bad today.
No. Not really at all. The Durance Armstrong coming out party. I'll pull the
and Jonathan Island finally getting to the quarterback. Like, what the hell?
Fucking coming up out of nowhere. Durance Armstrong, 2 sacks. I think it's really a sack and a half, but let's call it 2 sacks. 3 quarterback kids, a TFL, and a forced fumble. I mean, coming out party for free agent.
Yeah, I was excited about him though, because he was good last
Yeah,
year. He had some good numbers, so I expected him to be putting up some production for us. I'm glad we're seeing that translate.
yeah. I mean, Wagner and Luvu with half a sack, Jonathan Allen with a full sack. It says Durance Armstrong has a sack and a half, with the other half being Daron Payne. So let's just give Payne like a full, or we'll give Durance Armstrong the 2 sacks. But they were in the backfield. They were giving Kyler the business. I mean, like they were better on the ground than passing. Kyler was 16 of 22 for 142 and a touchdown. Connor was 18 for 108 and a touchdown. So we gave up some rush yards, but no one on their offense had more than 50 yards receiving. Marvin Harrison led with 5 for 45 in that touchdown. That was it.
Cornerback stepped up today.
Yeah. Forbes
played well. I was impressed by him.
No.
He did.
No.
He gave up some stuff, but overall, he was a lot better than before.
Do not start this email. Y'all already know what's going to happen.
We know, but
we should move on from Forbes. I can tell.
We should. Chris, I'll say this: as much as we want to give him flack, this might have been one of his better games in his career.
Yeah. Props to him.
I'll just put that out there. And Chris, I know you, like, deep down you're like, I don't want to hate a player because we're fans, so we want to give him credit, but we're also like, we know what's gonna happen. So I'll give flowers where flowers is due. He had a relatively good game.
Yeah. Frankie
Luvu, dude.
I loved watching him fly around the field today. That was great.
Dude, this cat, I want to say cat because I feel like that's the wrong terminology, but this dude just brings a next energy to the team, just brings another like sense of leadership. Like, he has 11 total tackles so far and a forced fumble this season and a fumble recovery.
He's like that centerpiece that
the
defense needed, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Currently right now, 23 total tackles. I think half sack, a forced fumble. Like, this dude is flying around the field and making plays.
Yep.
One of the best pickups this offseason. And he's only 28.
Hey, hold on. It's a halftime show right now. They're talking about Jayden Daniels.
Hold up. Hold up a minute. As we're recording this, it's Friday night, Sunday Night Football. And they're talking about our boy Jayden Daniels. Yeah. I mean, like I said, we're recording the Sunday Night Football. It's Baltimore. It's Buffalo. As of currently right now, the Ravens are still winning by a shit ton. But there was a certain player that was after the game that said some words that didn't really like upset me, but made me curious. Defensive tackle Daron Payne. Now, Andrew, you and I have had some controversial opinions these past few episodes. Mostly you. A certain reel you guys can go watch. Kind of up here that you want them. Controversial. Nothing but flames. I mean, on Instagram we're sending like 16,000 views on that reel. But Mr. 94 said it feel good to have a good team. I've been here a long time. And what it's like to have Jayden. He said, I love being able to sit on the sideline, drink my Gatorade, and come back there after they scored. It's interesting. Like, he's not wrong. I think he's truly happy there's a true quarterback in Washington, but never had these words for Sam, for Taylor, for Alex, for Dwayne, rest in peace.
To be fair, Jayden's another level of all of those names you just mentioned. So I liked a lot of those guys. Not all of them, but some of them. None of them are close to what Jayden's accomplishing right now. So I can get behind that. It's true.
It's true. It's just interesting that he's the one saying it.
Yeah.
But this team is like a true run first offense. B-Rob went for 101. Jeremy at 68. Jayden 71. 4 total rush touchdowns. So I think the identity of this team is it'll run you down, and when you're ready for some more, they'll pass over you.
Yep. I love it. Kliff's been awesome. I mean, this was his revenge game against Arizona. So it's fun
Dude.
to see the offense under him put up that
Yeah.
much. But
Dude,
yeah, he got the game ball too.
he got the game ball.
Very well deserved because
Absolutely.
he's the first great offensive coordinator we've had in I don't even know how long. So
And we weren't ready to say that coming into the season. We're like, Kliff will be good, but we
I thought
weren't.
he'd be fine. Yeah. But
Yeah.
he's been way better than fine. So
Yeah. I mean, first game of the season, there's always gonna be growing pains with everything. Since then, 3-0.
yeah. Yeah.
Two
Crazy.
two straight games of 38 or more points.
Wow.
I mean, we had more total yards. We had more passing yards, more rushing yards, more yards per play, more first downs, better on third down, more total plays. We didn't give up a single sack. We only punted once. We had one more penalty, but for 40 less yards, and we dominated the time of possession by 7 minutes.
We're the better team.
Yeah,
That's it. All around.
and it's not like they're a bad team either. Kyler is a good quarterback. Marvin Harrison Jr. is probably second in offensive rookie of the year standings. I mean, James Conner, since he left Pittsburgh, has always been a good running back for them. But without Trey McBride, they just came down off their high horse. Well, I'll start wrapping up, but this is gonna be the last thing I wanna touch on is Jayden Daniels from this game is the NFL Twitter's current banner.
Really?
Yeah.
It's hype. I like that.
I'm not mad at all.
Yeah.
Again. Oh, and back to defense real quick, and I might cut this up. On the broadcast, right? You know how they'll put up like defensive ranks, offensive ranks, player spotlights, that kind of thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they were putting up defense. Currently, we're 17th in rush, 31st in the pass, 29th overall defense, and they were talking about Payne and Allen about underperforming in this year so far. So I don't want to say we were right. Like this game kind of proved us wrong, but shouldn't take you 4 games to get into mode.
Yeah, and I mean we'll see how they
keep
it going because we still have a lot of the season in front of us. So if we
do.
see more improvement, better numbers starting to arise, or if it's just going to be a few peaks, few good games, but then overall just nothing, then I'll stand behind what I said gladly.
All right, I'm gonna start wrapping this up, but I'm gonna do a quick segment, especially after we're going on a 3-game win streak. Chris, we'll start with you. Who gets the game MVP ball? If you were to give one out, saying this is the MVP of the game, who are you giving it to?
Jayden. Yeah, Jayden. Reason I say that, yeah, he had the interception today. Okay, cool. 1 interception, that's all right. Fine. You know, hey, rookies are gonna have that. You're gonna end up throwing that first pick anyways. But the reason I say give it to Jayden is because this man, after he had the interception, right, he didn't get all frustrated. He didn't get pissed off. He like shook it off.
Yep.
Took it as a veteran. Went back out on the field and got the team down the field, and he continued to do that the rest of the game. That man just shows you right there what kind of quarterback he can be. He can be hell. He's acting like a veteran already. I mean,
yeah.
yeah. You know, I mean, he's had a couple rushing touchdowns, but I mean, he can throw the ball. He's also been throwing it. He's been spreading it at anywhere and everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
From Terry to Noah to Luke to
Zacchaeus
to B-Rob
to Ertz.
Hell, B-Rob had a good game. I wouldn't even mind if I gave him the MVP. But I think me personally is Jayden because he's the one that, is also saying, getting the team down the field. Essentially handing the keys over to him.
Yeah.
And as of right now, he's done a very good job.
Yep.
I agree. Andrew, what about you?
Well, I feel like Jayden's probably the best answer, but I'll go for some diversification and say Zacchaeus. He led the entire team in receiving yards by far. It was like 30 or 40-yard difference between him and Terry. Look at the exact numbers, but I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, Terry 752, Olamide for 6 of 85.
85, yeah. So about
35. Yeah.
He didn't have any touchdowns or anything, but he converted crucial downs and was consistently open like the entire game and making big catches. So I'm pretty happy to see that from him. I was really impressed. He's one of the guys that stuck out to me the most today.
I believe it. I think this could go a host of people. You said Jayden. You said Olamide Zacchaeus. This could go to B-Rob. I think this one goes to Kliff. You put up. I like as cliche as it sounds. Oh, you give it to the coach. You give it to the OC. Coaching matters in this league. Look at FSU. I mean, just bottom of the tier.
0-4.
I mean, they're I think they're 1-4 right now. They're god awful. I think the Panthers could beat them. But coaching matters, and Kliff decided today to sum up some of his best game planning he's ever had. I mean, whether it's in the run game, whether it's in the passing game, whether it's to get 6 offensive linemen and 2 tight ends to chip, whether it's setting up a 3 tight end play so B-Rob and Jeremy can get in. Like, this man is drawing up yard after yard after yard, and he's in the film room. He's in walkthroughs. He's at the practice field. He's in the player's face, but also saying, hey, come here real quick. Let me talk to you real quick. Like, in 4 games, he's already better than Eric Bieniemy. In 4 games, he might already be better than Scott Turner.
Way better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a doubt in my mind.
Like, this game, I think, solidifies that. I don't want to say Kliff will get head coaching looks next year, but if this is the way he keeps going, he just might get another head coaching opportunity.
He's sort of carving his path back that way.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, if there's one thing that we've talked about, that Reading Zia talked about, that Tone has talked about, Kliff knows his QBs. Baker, Mahomes, Manziel, Caleb, and now Jayden. I'd say Jayden, if season were ended right now, he'd be Offensive Rookie of the Year. So let's see. Baker, Heisman. Mahomes, not a Heisman, but now going to go in the Hall of Fame. Kyler, Heisman. Williams, Heisman. Jayden had a Heisman at LSU, but now is going to get more hardware in the league. It's a lot of common denominators to go from OC to head coach to back to OC, and now you've got probably a top 10 quarterback in this league.
Yep.
Talk to us nicely. Talk to me nicely. But guys, that's gonna wrap things up. 42-14. I can't remember the last time we put up 40. Was it the Thanksgiving game against Dallas in Jerry World a few years ago?
Yes.
Yeah. And one of those was some defense too. So it was not even like the offense did all the work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, this offense might be the greatest offense since RG3 and maybe even beforehand.
Yeah.
But that's going to wrap things up. Anything else you guys want to add before we get out of here?
Let's keep it rolling. Keep the momentum.
Keep on
We got
rolling.
the Browns next week, I think, right?
We got the Browns next week. We got the Diddler. We got the Predator. We got Diddy Deshaun Watson.
Put him where he belongs.
Send his ass to jail. You go to jail, you son of a bitch. But guys, to wrap things up, can't thank you for staying on with us. Head over here on YouTube, hit that like and subscribe button. Post notification bells every time that we upload. Instagram and TikTok at Ballin Birdie Podcast. Twitter at BIB Podcast 22. If I'm watching the games, you'll see me on Twitter. And earlier today, I was on Twitter talking about the game you see us on Instagram, shout us out, repost, like, but especially here on YouTube, like and subscribe. On the road to 500 subscribers, and we need y'all's help getting there. Hit that subscribe button. Let us know down below what you thought of the game and who would be the MVP of the Commanders versus Arizona Cardinals. But let's head into next week. We take on those Cleveland Browns, but we'll talk more on that on the next episode. Let's raise hail. On to the next one. And don't forget to stay ballin'. We'll see y'all out there.